Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking, you guessed it, manga review. Today we're looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Volume 7, Heavy Metal Raiders, by Kazuki Takahashi, Rest in Peace King, and it is from Viz Manga. Yes, so we're kind of creeping up towards the end of Duelist Kingdom. We're currently in the middle of the duel with Yugi and Mai, and she's trouncing him. She's beating the fucking shit out of him with her fetish birds, which is what harpy ladies are. They're fetishists. BDSM specifically. I don't know. Like in this book, her armor is bondage armor. It's straight up called bondage, and it has big old nipple spikes that were edited out for the English anime. But she's got them, and she's powering up her harpies, and she has her mirror wall, which is really whooping Yugi's ass. She's got Harpy's Feather Duster. We all know that's an amazing card. Just brilliant. And Yugi, man, he's really falling short. Like, hard. Right? He's kind of lost confidence because of the duel with Kaiba. That really traumatized him. Kaiba threatening suicide and stuff, and the Pharaoh is kind of like, man, I can't believe I was willing to kill him, and Yugi's also in there like, I can't believe I was willing to kill him, or I can't believe the Pharaoh was willing to kill him. And then they also are nervous that they're going to lose. The Pharaoh, especially in the manga, has a huge fear of losing. Like, to anyone ever in any game, and that kind of makes sense. It wasn't played up as much in the anime, except for in the anime exclusive arc with the Seal of Orichalcos and stuff. We saw the Pharaoh use the Seal of Orichalcos even though he didn't have to. There were no stakes in that duel. If he would have lost, it wouldn't have meant anything. But that arc better encapsulated that flaw in his character better than anything in the manga. I just want to point that out. People like that arc so much that they actually think it is part of the manga, but that arc doesn't exist in the manga, actually, quite factually. The manga is much more straightforward, do all the Egypt stuff, nothing get in the way, you know what I mean? But the Pharaoh is afraid to lose, and they're like, they're not playing their best because they're so anxious about losing and not being able to rescue their grandpa. And then Mai hits him with the Harpy's pet dragon. If you didn't think Harpy Lady was a dominatrix before, now she has the bondage armor, a whip, and the dragon, who is straight up a gimp. The dragon is her gimp. He's on a chain and collar. The dragon's a friggin' gimp, dude. It's true. It's just true. I'm positive that Mai was a sexual awakening for a lot of Japanese and American boys and ladies. Very much so. I am sure of that. Yugi pulls Dark Magician. Hell yeah, Dark Magician. Bam! Mai hits him with the Shadow of Eyes. Uh-oh. He has to attack Mirror Wall, Harvey's Dragon. She takes out Dark Magician. Yugi's friggin' ace. But she kind of inspires confidence in Yugi. She gives him a talking to, and she's like, is this it? You're supposed to be this incredible duelist. I want an incredible duel. Mai has a lot of pride as a duelist, and she knows Yugi does too, and she wants him to feel that pride again. She wants him to fight as hard as he can, and when he's being bagged down by all these emotions, he can't duel at his best. She wants him to duel at his best, so she's dueling in a way to put him at ease, and I really like Mai. Like, she has a lot of great character flaws that she develops pretty quickly, but also pretty well throughout the course of the manga. Really, she does. Actually, that's another thing that the Seal of Orichalcos arc, or Legendary Dragon arc, or whatever it was called, also does, is also has great character moments for her. That would have been cool to see in the manga, but not necessary. But Yugi, via some shenanigans where he's like, your cards don't affect Mystical Elf because she's a girl, which is a real thing that he says in this manga. But the battle continues. And Yugi is able to get out a legendary monster. Something absolutely incredible. The Blackluster Soldier. Once again, he uses the Swords of Revealing Light to stall time and to do what I believe is the first real ritual summon in the manga. Very cool. But he does it, he does his Heart of the Cards cheating bullshit, and he gets the ritual. Bada boom, Karibo, Griffor, Gaia the Fierce Knight, they go away, they become the Blackluster Soldier, and he trounces the super powered up Harpy's pet dragon. You still got Harpy Lady's sisters and everything on the field. The mirror wall's gone. But Mai looks at her cards. She says every card that she needed to win, she was like a turn away from winning, every card she needed to win is now gone. She has already used her Monster Reborn. Harpy's pet dragon cannot come back again. She has nothing in her deck that can bring it back. Her main resources have all been used up, and her Harpy Lady sisters, which are now the strongest card that she can possibly have out, are unable to defeat Blackluster Soldier. In Yu-Gi-Oh!, surrendering is seen as cowardly and stupid, and a not great thing to do. Except for this one instance, when Mai Valentine does it. She puts her hand above her deck, and she surrenders. Why is this not the easy way out? Why is this not a coward's move? Mai looks at Yugi and she says, I know my deck like the back of my hand. I know every card in it, every ability, every possible strategy and combination. I do not have a card left in my deck that can stand up to Blackluster Soldier. There are no combination of cards left in my deck that can defeat Blackluster Soldier. And I do not want to watch the Harpy Ladies, who I adore and see as my family, because remember, these are all real monster spirits, even if people don't know it. They have connections with their cards. I don't want to see the Harpy Ladies that I love so much destroyed in front of me for no reason, if there's no point in risking that. So I quit. She quits not because she loses hope. She quits because there is none. There is zero possibility. It's kind of an honorable surrender, in a way, so that she doesn't have to have her monsters get hurt. It's nice. It is. A little hypocritical, maybe. Just from the writer's standpoint, not from my Valentine's. But once you really think about it, you sit there and you think about it, and you think about her words, it does make sense. I think it is a satisfactory conclusion to the duel, and it of course establishes the whole hover your hand over your deck to surrender thing. That this is the first instance of that. So yeah, Yugi wins. He beats Mai, she goes back to her room, and Joey is up. And he's battling the insane Bandit Keith. Let me tell you, that dude is a psycho. He's way crazier in the manga than he is in the anime. He's way crazier in the manga than he is in the Japanese anime. He's intense. But Joey and Bandit Keith both have to present one of the cards sent to people who are invited to the tournament in order to enter the finals and start their game. Bandit Keith, who showed up to the island illegally and stole all his starships and stuff, stole his from Joey. But Joey got his from Yugi. Everyone was sent multiple cards, but Joey was given his single card by Yugi. And now Joey doesn't have one. If he doesn't present it in 5 minutes, Bandit Keith wins just by default. Joey's disqualified. He gets a DQ. So he has to rush to his room in 5 minutes and find it. And he doesn't, because Bandit Keith stole it. But My Valentine gives him a pep talk and her card. So when he shows up with it, Bandit Keith is, of course, shocked. Right? But hey, they can duel, and Bandit Keith is still pretty confident that he will win. And to be honest, I don't think I appreciated this duel for what it was in the anime. I mean, I love the anime, I really do. But just, I think taking it slower and watching it here, I really do think I appreciated it a little more. Bandit Keith, just like Joey, has several cards that are chance-based. So seeing that kind of come back at Joey in a way is very interesting. Joey, though, he plays cards of chance because he has hope that things will go well. He is optimistic about the future. Bandit Keith has chance cards because he's pessimistic. He really doesn't care about consequences because he doesn't feel like he can get any lower. He has nowhere to go but up. He has nothing to lose. So when it comes to chance cards, they use them for completely opposite reasons. And I think that's very interesting thematically. But Joey has a lot of warrior and magic-y cards, which for some reason aren't very effective against machines. Whatever. It's fine. This is early Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. It's all good. The rules will get cemented a lot better during Battle City, but there will still be hiccups. Anyhow, Bandit Keith plays Land Ironclad TM-1 Launcher Spider, which is always a Yu-Gi-Oh design that I've just been really fond of. It's a monster that nobody really remembers, but I had a little miniature of it as a kid, and I've always thought it was just a really cool monster. It's a mecha spider tank. That's dope. That's dope as hell. Bandit Keith plays Zoa, not a machine, tricks Joey into attacking it, uses Metamorph to make it a strong machine. Uh-oh. And he also plays Stop Defense, meaning that Joey can't defend to buy time. Of course, Joey's name is Jonichi in this book. I'm sorry, I've been saying Joey. Anyhow, Joey starts using some trap cards to kind of come back from behind, and he hits him with Garuzis. Garuzis, I had a big action figure of him as a kid too, and it was like a really fun toy. I'd actually love to have another one and do an action figure review of it on this channel. I have done some Yu-Gi-Oh! Action figure reviews recently, so definitely check out those videos. But he slaps him with that kunai with chain, that classic Jonichi combo. But Pegasus looks into their hearts and their minds while they're dueling, and he sees Joey's hope and trust, and Keith's despair and revenge. That's thematically what I talked about earlier. They're opposites, but they're using cards that have similar mechanics, in a way. I'm not saying that all of their cards are chance-based, but they haven't really gotten to their chance-based cards yet, actually. But Bandit Keith, oh man, he got it bad after Pegasus manipulated him into getting beaten by that kid so that Pegasus could basically turn Bandit Keith into a free commercial for Duel Monsters. Ooh. Bandit Keith stopped playing Duel Monsters, went into underground gambling, lost everything, became addicted to drugs and alcohol. And then, for money, he started playing Russian roulette. We see this horrifying panel of Keith, these big black circles under his eyes, and he looks like he hasn't slept in a year. This horrific grin on his face while he holds a revolver to his temple. And he's got a bottle in the other hand, and someone's dead across the table from him. And the real fucked thing about this flashback here is Keith has already won this game of Russian roulette. His opponent is already dead, and he still holds the gun to his head and pulls the trigger again anyway. Insane. You can see why that wasn't in the anime. Keith fell hard, and he sees this as his only chance to get his life back, his only chance to get even with Maximilian Pegasus. And he's gonna try everything, anything and everything, he plays a card called Barrel Dragon, which is a card whose effect is basically Russian roulette. And first I want to talk about Barrel Dragon's design. It was heavily censored for the English manga and card game. And I kind of don't blame them. It's a dragon made out of revolver parts. Its head is a big revolver. Its arms are each a big revolver. Its legs are made out of, like, the chambers. And to be completely honest, I'm actually, down with this censoring. Especially because Barrel Dragon looks goofy as hell. It's supposed to be threatening and be like a card that harkens back to Bandit Keith's lowest point, something he plays only when he's in trouble. But it's just so goofy looking. I think if just the head was a revolver and the rest of him was just a mechanical dragon, I think it would look a lot cooler. Maybe if it had just like 3 heads, King Ghidorah style, each one was a revolver and regular arms, or maybe the arms just had big gun barrels on them and not the... I don't know. The way it's designed is goofy. I feel like it could have been designed a lot better. But then you look at the English Barrel Dragon, and it's been turned into like this cool cyberpunk laser railgun that glows blue. The English Barrel Dragon looks way cooler and even kind of more dangerous than this Barrel Dragon. So, good on you, censors. There's actually a decent amount of censoring in Yu-Gi-Oh! That turned out to be better. Like the Shadow Realm. Anyway, look it up. Anyway, Barrel Dragon has a very interesting ability. It has 3 revolvers, and each cylinder has 3 bullets. So it has a 50-50 chance. When it attacks, its cylinder spins, and you kind of see what it hits. If all 3 roulettes go Keith's way, he can kill 3 monsters at once. Yeah, but he could also kill 2 monsters at once, just 1 monster, or not attack at all. Yeah. So the odds are actually kind of in his favor, because there's a 25% chance of not attacking at all, and a 75% chance of hitting at least 1 target. So the odds are in his favor, really, with Barrel Dragon. But Joey hits him with the Time Wizard. We're all familiar with Time Wizard, and to be honest, I'm very glad that Joey's strategies changed up when Battle City comes around, because at this point in the manga and the show, I'm sick of Time Wizard, man. Time Wizard is such an ass pull way to win. It really is. And Joey's done it too much. It did fail when he was dueling Bones, which is good. Joey's cards of chance should fail sometimes. If they don't, it doesn't feel like there's any stakes. But for this one, it's actually very interesting, because Time Wizard works, and it turns Baby Dragon into Thousand Dragon. And then Keith's Barrel Dragon rusts up and turns to dust. But Bandit Keith plays a card called Time Machine, which brings his Barrel Dragon back the way it was the turn before. And that can really hurt Joey. He also plays a card called Slot Machine. It's a big, very cool, kind of 50s looking almost robot that's also a slot machine. That kind of plays into the chance theme that we have going on here. But it's not that much of chance. You see, the chance for this machine isn't that it spins and you see what it lands on. It's the chance of the draw. Are you going to draw the right cards to equip to it? You have to equip something for the 3 slots so that you get the jackpot. And then it'll be crazy strong. But Bandit Keith negates that chance, because he has the cards he needs to equip to it in his bracelets, his wristbands. Wrist Bandit Keith. Do you get it? Sorry, that was stupid. But of course, Joey pulls out his ace monster. The very cool, iconic Red Eyes Black Dragon. Magnificent. He hits Keith with that copycat. Next thing you know, you have Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. It's trouncing Keith. Joey's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna win this for my sister. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. But Keith's cheating is kind of fucking Joey up here, right? He's able to play 7 completed and everything. A blast sphere to blow up the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. Of course, Joey's able to power up the dragon and stuff a bit more so that it can handle the attack. But Bandit Keith steals one of Joey's cards. Sword and Shield, swapping the attack and defense of other monsters. So yeah, Slot Machine is able to defeat the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. But Joey plays one of his most iconic cards, Grave Robber. And what does he get? Keith's Time Machine. And there's a really magnificent panel of the Time Machine coming out of smoke above Joey's head, ready to empty the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon back onto the field, destroying Slot Machine and winning Joey the duel. This duel is incredible. A former grand champion with nothing to lose, who is actively cheating, is battling Joey, a novice who recently got into the game. And Joey goes head to head with him. It's going back and forth this whole game. It could be anyone's game. They're evenly matched. That is a really incredible showing of Joey's growth. An incredible display of dueling prowess. Joey Wheeler has finally become a real duelist. The days of constant misplays are gone. The days of real strategy are here. And the days of only being able to win by chance are also gone. He's still going to have that as part of his deck, as part of his character, because of his hope. But it's not going to define him as much. It's not going to be the only thing he relies on. He's going to have strategies to fall back on when chance fails. And he's going to have things to back up the chance, even if it wins. Joey Wheeler, aka Junichi, has become a duelist. And it's amazing to see. And that is the end of this volume. We have a Masters of the Cards segment in the back where it talks about the real-world trading cards that appear in this, their first appearance in the manga, and etc., differences in Japanese and English card names and whatnot. Interesting, but not something I need to revisit on a reread. But that is it for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Volume 7 Heavy Metal Raiders by Kazuki Takahashi. Incredible. It's really, truly incredible. This is a great volume. And honestly, the best parts are all Joey and Bandit Keith. Yeah, Yugi's duel with Mai is good. Great even. But damn, that Joey duel is... it's excellent. Like, it's an incredible duel. Really and truly. And that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye for now.